Fate whispers to the warrior,
A storm is coming.
and the warrior whispers back,
I am the storm. Wait. Wait.
MI6. Why? Amazing. Fallout.
Man. They actually showed up for this one.
They did.
I would say what I had noticed is 5, 6, 7. The theatrics was not as much. I'm not saying the stunts or anything. It's the way things were done were quite different. The way the mission was given to him this time.
Yeah.
He gets the mission was very different.
It's like they
It came very calm.
very calm.
Very
yeah.
calm.
It came like they added an extra layer of security to the process, but dumbed it down a little. Just
It was not as blown out as it usually used to be. Like someone is giving him glasses and he sees the mission in the glasses, or he's going to like a telephone booth to check it out, or he's in a record player store, and it was nothing like that.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know what happened, but I know something changed.
I feel it's because of in part 5, Solomon Lane intercepted the message.
Yeah.
So they added, instead of distrusting the human element in security, they added the human element back in. So you have your guy deliver the message personally to your other guy, and then there's the whole code phrase stuff we did at the beginning.
They have to make sure with all the face masks and everything.
Exactly.
That was the thing in
it's excellent.
There was this guy, I forgot his name, this agent guy that was always checking people's faces.
that dude in part 7, I don't even know who he was. Where did he come from?
He's the CIA. I think he's Kitchit's guy.
But like we never knew him till this movie, till 7.
Yeah, obviously
right?
he's just one of them.
But he
CIA guys.
seems like he knows Hunt.
Obviously,
We're diving into 7
he doesn't
right
know him
now.
personally. He doesn't know him personally because he said not personally. But he has probably read his rap sheet, or he knows his rap sheet and all of that.
And he's
But
judged him based on that.
exactly, everybody's gonna judge him based on that. You can just tell, anybody can just tell this guy is a rogue agent. He's always going rogue, and that is the only thing you need to hear. You don't want to know his reasons why he's doing it. You would never want to know, because you're getting your mission objectives and you have to stick to it. You've been given your mission, if you choose.
But sometimes the bureaucracy just doesn't work, right?
Man, he always goes with his instincts. Always doing what he wants to do.
There's another Jack Ryan thing that you would love when you started, but
I think good spies, they always have that thing.
Book.
They always go with their instincts. Very, very, characteristic of them.
Is a creativity part of the job, bro. But the way the movie started with like Ethan, a whole Ethan having nightmares about Solomon Lane, that dude really messed with him.
Yeah, it did a thing. It did a number on him, and it was crazy because they just had to kind of let us know that this is what this part is going to be about.
I'm surprised they actually brought Solomon Lane to Fallout.
Yeah,
because
was he in 5 or 4?
He was in 5.
It was in 5, yeah. So it was kind of like almost like a follow up.
Like a follow up, but it seems
it was like 2 years after that.
2 years after that.
Yeah.
But it seems like a very contrary way to like the formula. Every Mission Impossible until new. 5, someone new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of played out. I think there was a story that needed to be continued there, and it was, in my opinion, it was a very easy way
segue into like a new.
No, like what? Let's not stress too much. Let's just bring this guy in and introduce a couple of things here and there, and then he brought his wife back again. I believe everybody wanted to see how she's doing. How life is for her and all of that. And then you get to see Luther saying he has been helping her, or he taught her how to vanish and all that, which is grand, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we had him do that whole, the postman came in and delivered the whole thing.
The book / projector.
That security question was just... I took it back.
Yeah.
I took it back because I needed to listen to what he was saying. And it was just like, faith whispers to the warrior, a storm is coming. And the warrior whispers back, I am the storm.
And the way Tom like walked out, like,
I am the storm.
Like, it was significant, you know?
Yeah.
Like, whatever is happening, whoever you are, whatever you're bringing, whatever the storm is, I want you to know that I am the storm. There's no problem. Don't worry. And he stepped out the moment he said that. You know, him stepping into the light at that moment was just very significant. I don't know.
And I think it speaks to his character because Tom Cruise reminds me of the sound of this line from The Sound of Music.
How do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you catch a cloud and pin it down?
Maria is just like Tom Cruise.
I remember that song.
Off book, right? Yeah, it's such I'll never forget that line. So, I am the storm. It kind of actually speaks to who Tom Cruise is because dude is like, does whatever he wants to do.
That's one thing you will notice, yeah? But I think we'll get to it. There's another thing that you need to know. Every person that describes Tom Cruise describes him with some element of fear.
Yeah.
They are always like, don't let this guy enter your book because if he does, or you don't get into his book because if he does, whatever. Was it Kittredge? No, Kittredge was in 7, yeah? But 6. Was it
the secretary from the guy from the CIA?
No, it was 6. Yeah, it was 6. Sorry, it was 7. When Kittredge was explaining to the defense minister guy or the guy in charge there, I can't remember when
in the White Room.
Yeah, when he was explaining who
Tom Cruise is,
who Ethan Hunt is. I was like, oh god, this guy is so scared of him, man. But yeah, he's just something else.
He's a freaking rogue guy, man. I feel everyone that's not in the IMF kind of considers his methods very strange and extreme, but he gets the job done.
Yeah.
Ethan is all about the end justifies the means,
and he tries. There's something about where the CIA or the FBI would say 1,000 lives over the one.
Yeah, he
always finds a way to still put value on that one life.
Yeah,
in contrast to the 1,000 lives.
To the 1,000, yeah, he weighs them equally. Yeah, what did this guy call it? A flaw, a flaw in your being.
Yeah, that's what Henley, or what's his name?
Yeah,
that's what he called it.
The new Secretary General.
Yeah, so that was one of the reasons why he even joined the IMF or something. He's
I know you watch my back.
Yeah. Oh, it was so painful when he died. Honestly, he should have survived.
He should have.
But yeah, another loss. So a friend of mine brought something to my attention recently. She said, Tom Cruise does just one movie. Yeah, she was just wondering. I just got a voice note. I was like, okay, and the voice note, she was like, sorry, I'm just realizing something right now. Seems like Tom Cruise does just one movie a year, and it is Mission Impossible. Not like a year, like the period of from his last movie to his it's pretty much the same movie every time. Couple of years, I don't know how long, but the year difference, I think. And I was like, before I finished into the voice note, I was like, what about Top Gun Maverick? And she was like, then in the voice note, she got to that part. She said, okay, what other movie you think about? Oh, Top Gun Maverick. Okay, well, if it's not Mission Impossible, it's Top Gun or something. I'm like, yeah, there's one other movies as well. But then again, I went to actually look at the catalog and I really saw where she was coming from.
That's where he is. I feel there was a time where he did 2 movies per year only, and that was it. It's just like Denzel. He doesn't just do any type of movie,
Yeah, timeless pieces,
and it has to be something he's really interested in. But yeah, Tom Cruise does only one movie per year, and it kind of speaks to that person. He's really dedicated to this Mission Impossible.
We wouldn't say per year, but like the time
distance,
before, that period, just it's pretty much almost the same thing all the time.
Yeah, because something like 7, like we're just checking before we started the show, was actually shot during time of COVID-19. So
that's a couple of years.
That's a couple of years back. Yeah, so yeah, that makes
crazy
sense.
But yeah, I was like, oh man, that was something.
When you're making a movie this big,
with
all the stunts, all the training and whatnot, you really have no time for anything else.
True, you wouldn't have time to jump into something half-assed. Like,
you can't do a comedy. Hell no.
I'm very sure people will be like, oh, I think this movie will be good for Tom Cruise. No, Tom is too busy. He won't have a time. He's probably doing Mission Impossible. He's probably in this country now, or he's in this country because, man, he shoots in amazing locations.
Yeah.
He always does that. He's everywhere. It's how they are in one place now, and the next minute they're in this other place. He's always, and then they will focus on that particular place they're in for like the rest of the movie. I'm just like, this is amazing. Just the fact that they have to just travel in beautiful places.
It's wonderful, right?
Beautiful places.
That's why this movie costs so much. And I feel this also speaks to the whole doing one movie a year thing, speaks to a reason why he did not do Iron Man. Because
he wouldn't have had time for this.
I feel Mission Impossible is his baby, right? He's growing this child. And if he decided to go and like sign a superhero movie contract, it would have taken his mind away from this. And the Mission Impossible movies are so big, like as a franchise, it's so huge right now. So I feel it's absolutely the right choice. It's freaking the right choice, man.
Yeah.
Makes sense. The movie, I mean, everything got brought back from 5, Solomon Lane, the Apostles have now rebranded. I mean, the Syndicate has now rebranded to the Apostles.
Yeah.
And we have John Locke, a new guy who is like, he's a solo dude, but he has henchmen, and the henchmen are the Apostles, and the Apostles want their leader back, which is Solomon Lane. There's a whole love triangle going on there, and everything is weird. We have nuclear weapons coming back in this show, and I remember listening to the Rewatchables, and they were like, why did Tom Cruise name this movie? Was it the Rewatchables or the Weekly Planet? One of them. Why did Tom Cruise name this movie Fallout? Why didn't he name it something else? What do you think about the name Fallout?
Fallout. The way the story goes. I wouldn't even, like, I have not thought about it.
Yeah, because there was no fallout, right?
Like, who is falling out now?
The fallout, like, after the whole nuclear explosion, but there wasn't a fallout.
I'm not really seeing it.
But it sounds cool, though. It freaking sounds cool.
Yeah.
So they were like, you should have named something more, related to the movie. But, I mean, I'm fine with it. I mean, we have plutonium, and Benji just tossing the 3 cases of plutonium in the air like a bag of chips, like taking it.
That was a funny scene.
Yeah,
and we have Christopher McQuarrie back again.
Yeah,
directing this one. So I think he's the chosen one.
He's the chosen one.
He's still the one that did the 7th one as well.
It's similar to the trajectory of Harry Potter, right? Different directors towards
the end,
yeah,
I think it's almost like testing the water. Then when it finally hits, you're like, this is my guy.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Probably is. Yeah.
Then I don't know if you noticed this. When they brought the mission objective to him in the parcel, and he put a book. You saw the title of the book?
I do not.
Homer's Odyssey.
Oh, Homer's Odyssey, yeah.
So the Odyssey of Homer is a Greek epic poem that tells of the return journey of Odysseus to the island of Ithaca from the war at Troy, which Homer addressed in the Iliad.
Yeah.
The Iliad.
Homer's Iliad, yeah.
Yeah, in the Greek tradition, the war lasted for 10 years. So I felt this was kind of significant in some way. Like, who do you think Odyssey is? Or Odysseus is? Like,
you think it's Tom?
Is it Tom? Like,
or
someone
Lane.
who's coming. Yeah, who's coming. I was thinking it was Lane. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, someone who's coming back, return journey. I don't know.
It makes sense because Lane is returning, right?
Yeah.
But he didn't return on his own. Odysseus returned on his own.
I don't know. I just felt that it was because the way the message was now then relayed that, Lane is back, as in you're trying to, and all of that story. I was like, I don't know. I just thought about it though.
Is it not weird how they did not have any identity for John Locke? They didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
Every other person, they've known who the main bad guy was, but this dude, they didn't know who he was.
He's just someone who knows how to get things done without getting... And then you could find out he was just right in plain sight.
Right in plain sight, but he didn't strike me as a smart villain.
Yeah.
Right, I know he might be playing dumb while having his CIA sheep clothes on, but even when he finally revealed himself as John Locke, his ideas were dumb too. He seems like a plain anarchist.
Yeah.
And no hate to Henry Cavill. I love him. I love Henry Cavill, but he does not look like a villain, man. That face is the face of an angel. He does not look like a villain.
But from the beginning, I knew he was the one, though.
Yeah.
I knew he was the one.
He was just the odd man out, you know.
It was just very off and,
too obvious, man. It was the evidence he provided to Angela Bassett.
Yeah, Sloan.
Sloan. Was very dumb, very circumstantial.
I was even sure, like, this guy is playing me.
Yeah.
He's playing me. And when he just gave her the phone, I was like, this is not the phone that they took from me. The phone they took, the screen was busted.
Exactly. When I saw it, I was like, damn, that's brand new.
There was nothing like whatsoever. I was just like, obviously she wouldn't know, but like us watching the movie would definitely know because. I was like, did he get some time to change the screen and give it to her? Or I'm like, nah.
No, change the screen. Why?
What was he trying to get the passcode? I can't remember if you remember that.
Is that the beginning scene?
Was it not the beginning? It was I found it.
The Russian
elaborate. It was so elaborate.
Scam, man. 419 like Yahoo boy shit.
It was so elaborate. I was watching it and I was like, why is this so elaborate to get this passcode?
Tom, they were doing good cop, bad cop.
Immediately I knew that. I was like, this is all fake.
Freaking sham,
all fake. I'm like, Tom is too cool to be doing this.
Yeah.
But then I was like, this looks like something. If it was just an elaborate scheme to get the passcode, I was just
Yahoo boys, they learn where it on. They like
that was crazy, man. I was so happy that you're reading his manifesto. I was like, oh my god.
It's like it won't matter. It won't matter after this, and he freaking gave them the code straight up. Man. We have the White Widow showing up in this part for the first time, and do you think she's going to be a constant from now on in the franchise?
Obviously, she's going to be in the second part of Dead Reckoning. Right? I don't know moving forward, but yeah, they've set her up to be like this broker between anybody, any two entities, governments, individuals.
She's like a mini Reddington.
Yeah, someone who just wants to get the favor of everybody while doing her business and making her money and all of that. But yeah. But then you remember the fight in the bathroom.
I was about after you were
like, but who is this guy that was playing the two of them?
Bro, they got their asses handed to them.
One guy
we still don't know who he is. We don't know who he is.
Obviously, I think it was Lax. Lucky.
Lucky. John Lucky.
Yeah. But anyways, he was, I'm not sure we're supposed to kill him. But anyways.
I mean, it's whole Ilsa going off on her own, as per usual.
Bro, every single time. It starts with Ilsa doing something that just, you can't even explain why she's doing it until the end. She just puts everybody.
It's just the same as Ethan Hunt. You don't know why Ethan Hunt is doing what he's doing.
Ethan's is different. You would see Ilsa trying to kill her, like Ethan and his friends, every single time.
It's so contrary to what's going on, and she's on their side.
It's crazy. I'm like, why are you doing this, girl?
Nah.
Like, she just started shooting at them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, randomly. If that's, obviously, let's assume that she's obviously very good at, with the gun and everything. But still, someone can just, you are shooting here, somebody wants to like dodge to, and then dodge it.
She didn't even care. She sprayed the whole glass. She was like, poop. Okay, no, that didn't work. Let me test the rest. Let me test the integrity of this glass.
This guy is dangerous.
But back to the bathroom fight scene. I feel this is the first time since Mission Impossible 2 we had like an elaborate action scene. Right? I know he had that whole Krav Maga fight in part 3, but it wasn't as elaborate as the end fights in part 2. And wasn't as elaborate as the fights in this.
The end party is just too funny.
It was too funny about it. It was an elaborate fight, and this one too was so. Oh god!
I love this one. You know why? Because this guy messed them up.
He did. Two grown men.
It was gonna like keep messing them up. If you Sarge.
Oh my god, man!
I don't know why she shot him. She just shot him on his leg or something. They needed him. She just killed him. But this guy was it was good.
He was good, right?
And there was this thing Henry Cavill the other day, and when he took off his suit and it was like, this is
when I saw it back in the day and I saw it yesterday, I was like,
I remember this when I saw it again because I've seen that before. I was like, nice shit, nice,
very nice.
But yeah, the fights they destroyed the entire.
Nah, but Ilsa is so, or these spies, they are so they're so quick to act. Did you see when the guys are coming in and the next thing Ilsa was like, oh, just hold your head up. Yeah, stop the bleeding. I was like, wow.
Come on, no time. Well, I'm not that quick.
Me neither. I won't think about it.
I will be looking at the guys and the guys will be looking at me. Yeah, and then whoever clicks first. Like when the guys are coming at me, I'm Ilsa and then Tom, we will be looking at them because I wouldn't even know what to do at that moment.
Nah, I wouldn't either, man.
But then
it seems Ilsa was going to stay out of the spy game, but Tom didn't go with her.
No, were they supposed to be a thing?
Yeah, I mean, they weren't supposed to be a thing, but
no, like he had cleared her name from the last. She was all good, and
I feel she asked him to come with her, to leave the whole spy game with her.
I think I remember something like that, but still she wanted to go back to like
the MI6, yeah.
And the only way for her to do that was to kill Lane.
Kill Lane, rather, yeah. Kill Lane, yeah. So it's kind of weird. I didn't know she liked him like that.
Oh yeah, and then you could see that she was gonna die. You could see, I could see the way they were focusing so much on her and she hugging him in Venice and all of that. I was like, oh, this girl is gonna die.
That was at 7, right?
Yeah, I was like, this girl is gonna die.
So, just how real are Tom Cruise's bike chases, man? Because they look so fucking good.
Love them.
Oh,
you can still see that element of human. I won't call it fear, but that element of humanity somehow in the chases and how he's trying to. It's crazy how I've never seen the earpiece that you put in. It's like the earpiece in their brain because I never see it.
You just see them touching some random thing. Yeah,
and they're just talking to them. So and we have the Luther and what's his name? The other guy. What's his name?
Benji.
Yeah, Benji. They are giving him directions. Turn left. Turn.
And there's no earpiece in sight.
Yeah, but anyways, they did in 7 when everybody had to like go back to analog because digital was They showed one of the earpiece.
Yeah, just one. Yeah.
Yeah, so
that's crazy.
Yeah.
The bike scenes though. Do you think those cars are actually there or they CGI them in?
The bike scenes.
Yeah, the Tom Cruise riding his bike trying to escape.
I think he's actually riding the bike, but obviously there are still some elements of CGI involved in most of them. The craziest thing about watching these movies is somebody's like, did he do this? Did he not?
Yeah.
Did he do this? Is this CGI?
Now I get behind him riding the bike, but riding the bike in such a how do we call it again? It's not a stochastic environment. It's just very random events that could happen. I don't think he'd take that type of risk because I know I was watching The Flash recently, like the making, and these dudes, when The Flash is running around the city, the whole city is 3D. You think it's actually there, well, everything is 3D. The cars, the movement of the cars, and everything. So I'm asking myself if Tom Cruise is actually driving through all these vehicles and swerving and dodging, or if they just CGI them in, or maybe they're cardboard boxes.
We'll have to go check that out though.
Yeah,
but I feel he's driving.
Yeah, definitely he's driving.
I don't know if he's just in one place and they're just like, how you can just put the bike in one place.
No, he's like, actually riding, but those cars are too many, man, to be
Yeah, I think they worked on all of that CGI. Yeah, but that's one thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
When Ethan Hunt who was new
in this movie,
yeah,
the widow, her brother,
when they were gonna go, that was the first one. When they were gonna go see the widow without the face mask,
yeah,
and Ilsa was like, someone was like, he's gonna go see it's Henry Cavill.
Yeah, Cavill.
And he was like, it's not possible, it's not gonna work and all of that. And then Ilsa was like, oh, who's this? You're new. Because they always just make things out on the fly. And,
they do. He just he's very new. He's like fresh meat, white bird. It's
Yeah.
like hope is not a strategy. You know, do people actually fall for this mask shit?
Yeah. They used it to play him.
I don't know. He felt like kind of a prop to me. Just maybe Ethan needed a villain in this movie and they just put him in.
Yeah.
Or maybe Henry Cavill was really popping that year and they just said, you know what, let's put Henry Cavill. I feel they should have found somebody with like a scar, uglier. I don't know.
That wouldn't have worked.
That wouldn't have
worked. Now I remember you were asking me about the fallout. Yeah, I remember when Lane told Ethan Hawke, he told him like it was this whole big speech, and it was like now he's gonna select the fallout of all his good intentions. Like so whatever you keep doing, it's gonna come back and bite you in the ass. I'm gonna be the one that will bring all of this retribution and all of this pain to you and all of that.
Yeah,
I think that's what the whole fallout
means.
Was all about.
Yeah.
When they're counting down with the bombs, I'm like, what level of trust is that?
They were like, Ethan will get it.
I'm like, Luther was like, why are we counting 1 or 2? We don't want to count it too close. I'm like, what are you guys doing? And they're like, okay, let's do 1. It was 1. Oh my God, that level of trust is wild.
Yeah.
But and then again, they had no other choice.
No other choice. You either cut it or we just let it blow up.
They had no other choice as well. They had no other choice. So like, what are they going to do? Are they going to cut it at 0 or what? Just to give him enough time to like get. I'm like, oh shit, that was just wow. This was the part where he was running the jumping through buildings and he hurt his leg.
Yeah,
he actually did hurt his leg because he was doing that. Was crazy.
I think this is that stunt where he was running is probably the fastest or second fastest we've seen him running in the Mission Impossible franchise. So the fastest, in my opinion, if I had to rank like Tom Cruise's runs, part 3 in Shanghai, when he was running to go meet his wife, dude was moving so fast. He was like a freaking bike.
But sorry, yeah. There was also this run in 7 when he was trying to run and get back to Ilsa and what's her name? It's Atwell. Grace, when he was trying to run, get to Grace. That was fast.
It was fast, but
Did you see the candles? He was running through like, I was like, yeah, this was just epic.
That shot, the shot of him running, right, is the exact same shot of him running in Shanghai.
That was how fast he was.
Nah, he wasn't.
When he trying to save someone.
No, he wasn't that fast. Dude was running to get his wife.
He was younger then compared to
this, and the stakes were higher. He was running to get his wife. Dude was moving and he had a phone and he just come out from being did he just come out from being tied up or something? I've forgotten. But that's how fast he was moving. And in this one, he was moving so fast, bro. It was like empty space. Just leave Ethan to his element. Moving that fast and hopping from buildings to buildings. So I'll put like those two side by side. Either Shanghai was too fast, man. He was so fast.
Yeah. But still, there's this thing that it's almost like I call it Nakama power, but
it is Nakama power.
At the end, they always now say things in his like from his own point of view. He did it with Hanley, he did it with Sloan in Fallout. I'm just like, oh my God. You just agree with him and make things easy for him. They will first haunt him, put him and like I'm just like, just let this guy breathe.
Like the way she turned on him and turned on the Secretary General. Now that shit did not make sense to me. He's the whole Secretary General. How do you turn on the Secretary General? She's like, I don't trust anyone in this room, yada yada, and then after at the end, she's like, oh, I knew you were right. Forgive me for almost getting you killed.
I don't know if you noticed that white room where Kittredge and the rest of the military people were talking and stuff. There was a picture of Sloan
in the background. Yes.
Who is she now? Is it that or is she like the president? I don't know. I'm just saying we'll find out because for her pictures still there. Maybe she's gonna be in the second one,
or maybe she's now the new Secretary General.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe she's very high up. Yeah. We saw this movie was really hard hitting because we saw Ethan lose Lane, lose Lark, and still had no plutonium till like close to the end.
He was out of it.
Yeah, it was very tough. It was like very bad. But
another impossible mission.
Another impossible mission, man. And seven was worse. But we're not going to tell you guys why because the movie just came out. No spoilers. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have. I have some nice quotes. IMF is Halloween.
Couple of men just they have so many
Whereas-
masks. I'm just like, oh my god, it became a thing in the part 7. This guy was just like always checking.
Always checking because you can't. It's the same question I was asking you in part 4, right?
Yeah, you can't
How do you trust anyone
This kind of
in this world of masks?
Yeah.
Right. And there was this other quote when they were skydiving, which was, I think Tom Cruise didn't let Cavill actually do this jump.
he did it on his own.
He did it himself.
Very
which is
ungrateful,
stunt,
very ungrateful man.
Ooh, yeah, Cavill. Very, very ungrateful.
Very ungrateful.
Man. He said, "Oh,
you knew what
lost
happened.
your-"
You lost your tank. I'm like, oh my god.
There was this line where it was like, "What's the matter, Hunt? Afraid of a little lightning, man?" And then he got struck. Like you're testing the heavens in its domain.
Yeah. So he actually did the jump.
I think Tom did the jump. Well, Cavill, I don't think Cavill did the jump. Yeah, but I'll
man
cross-check
is
that.
fearless, man.
Yeah, he's freaking fearless, man.
He did the whole speed jumping in 7. He did. He also did the one where he jumped with the bike as well. The speed jumping was.
Do you still have notes for 6 or just dive into 7?
I'm done with 6. I think that was great. It was a great movie. I enjoyed every bit of it.